Howdy, welcome to another podcast. It's been a little delayed. Yes, this is true. I've been thinking about this for a while. I just been busy with other things, and this is something that's just been on my mind. I have to get done. I love to talk. I love to just put out whatever is inside of me, and today's the day. So welcome. Today is a good Thursday morning, around 8 o'clock in the morning. And I was going to go to the gym, but I decided I need to do this first, and then I'll go after. So today's podcast is on accountability, and then from there I'll just branch off naturally into whatever topics we get into. But I believe accountability is so important in business, especially when you're doing everything by yourself. You only have yourself to be accounted for. Now, when it comes to clothing, I do rely on my suppliers to get me what I want, to get the design right, to get the quality right. I'm counting on them. But since I'm so new to this space, I've been doing this for about 5 years or so. But now, every day is learning time. When I talk to a new supplier, they have different fabrics than another supplier might have. They do a certain stitching that another guy might do. They might specialize in a certain style. So I have to kind of learn and adapt on how they work. And I have to make sure that I'm clear enough that I'm giving them all the details on what I'm looking for. And one thing that I could say is that out of all this time I've been doing it, the number one thing that I feel like I've had issues with was quality control. Now, quality control can mean a few things, to where I'm getting product and some of the stitching is not completed, or the logos might be falling off already. They're not printed properly. Definitely an issue, and I've had that issue, and it seems like I still have that issue sometimes. But I think the main issue, and this is why accountability is important, because I used to blame them for fabric was not what I was looking for. The stitching was not what I was looking for. And although I can honestly say I did tell them and communicate with them, maybe it's something that I need to double check myself. Maybe I need to follow up with them. Maybe I need to triple check with them, instead of assuming that they got it right. Now, when you're in business, I know it's, say you hire an accountant or a media person. Hopefully you hired the right person. Hopefully you did your work and they're professional. And the whole point is to hire someone so you don't have to look over your back and just keep watching over them and just let them do what they do. That's like how it's supposed to work, but in this case, I'm dealing with people I don't know. I'm trying to go off the vibe. I'm trying to get a sample going to see how it works. And in the beginning, everybody's nice, so you have to kind of filter that out. And when you're new to the space, trial and error is important. So, yeah, a big issue I've been having was just everything coming incorrect, and I'm taking accountability for that and saying, I need to triple check. I need to double check everything to make sure it's what I want. Because through communicating, things can get lost in translation, especially from a different country. It's very easy when there's a lot of messages, there's a lot of communication, a lot of changes altering, things can definitely get lost. So I'm going to take accountability and say, I need to be a little more clear from the beginning on what I want and make sure they understand. Now, I did receive a tracksuit. I did receive a hoodie that I thought was very clear. I had the diagrams, I had all the measurements, and they still came wrong. That was not my fault. So, there are times where this can still happen. But overall, yes, I'm taking accountability for that. Now, I also want to get into something very important, and it's important with the brand, Unknown Simplicity, or Unsee, which is the abbreviation, Unsee. When it comes to what I'm doing right now, and most of what I'm doing is more in the fitness space, like the health and wellness and mindset. So a lot of what I'm doing right now is gym wear. I want people to look and feel good. I want, when you see me, when I post, I want you to see me in action. I want you to read my captions. I want you to see what I'm writing out because it's real. It's coming from me. It's not made up. I want you to see the workouts. I want you to see the running. What you don't see is I'm just a regular person like you, and when I wake up, sometimes I don't want to go to the gym. Sometimes I don't want to do this and that. And the whole point is that I still do it. And that is very important. That is why I believe anybody that's a face of the brand needs to practice what they preach. If I'm going out and trying to sell you some gym wear and some active wear, leisure wear, athleisure, whatever you want to call it, I want you to see me already in it. I want you to feel my energy. I want you to see the work that I'm putting in. And I think some people maybe try too hard to sell and a product that they don't even maybe believe in themselves. They're just out for the money. And I'm going to tell you right now, I believe in the product. I believe in the mission, the brand, to help and motivate others to go after whatever it is they want to go after. The X is the symbol of that. It is the unknown simplicity. It is something that you should look and strive for every day. It should bring a reminder every day to tell you what's next. What are my goals? What am I going to do today? Just like any other big brand that makes you feel a certain way. Unsee is that brand when it comes to fitness, personal development, business. It's really adaptable to whatever you want it to be. That's the best part. That's the unknown simplicity. It's whatever you want it to be, but that's your guide. So when you wear it, see it, feel it, that's your guide. That should help you. That's your accountability partner. So by practicing what I preach, I'm out, I'm running. I was not a runner. Most of my life, I was drinking and doing other things that I shouldn't have been doing. Majority of my life. Smoking. I did a lot of things. And I know that I'm not that same guy. So I'm promoting a healthy lifestyle. But not just, like I said, fitness. I'm not a huge guy. I'm not out throwing iron around and saying I'm the fittest guy. But I do show up. I show up. I get my runs in. I signed up for the half marathon. I did it. I signed up for the full marathon. I'm going to do it. I do what I say I'm going to do. And I want you to feel that. And I want you to see that whatever it is you want to do is possible. Just take action and just take the steps now. So that's very important. I wanted to get that off my head. Practice what you preach, whatever you're doing, because people can see it and people can feel it. And that's why I don't even consider myself maybe the best salesman, because I'm not really trying to sell you. I'm trying to help you. Obviously, I'm trying to sell product, but I'm not trying in the form of like a solicitor or a 1-800 number that's calling you back to back and trying to get you to buy something. I'm trying to get you to feel me through my actions and understand the meaning. And if you can relate, or if you need that little push, a little reminder, then this is for you. So, where we at? I think accountability. So that's what I feel about accountability. At the end of the day, it's all on me. I can't point fingers at nobody. If I do, that's not helping anything. I mean, it's easy to point the fingers at somebody else and blame them. But when you take accountability, even when it may not be all on you, but if you take that accountability, I believe you're growing. You're being mature. You're growing strength. You're getting strength, mental strength, and figuring out a problem, figuring out a solution, being accountable for your actions. So that's it for today. I hope you like this podcast. Everything I say, everything I do is honest. I am who I am. I know what I've been through. I know what this means to me. And I hope, and I really hope, to be honest, that this helps you. And just getting started, whatever it is you want to get started. Like I said, this is not just about fitness. This is about you. It's about whatever you want to do. And it's possible. Life is short. We hear it all the time. I know. While I was running my first half marathon in January, my cousin was in the hospital because he had a motorcycle accident. He couldn't even walk. He recently got his leg cut off. So while I'm out running every day, he's sitting down and recovering every day. And that's how life is. Now, while I'm still here on my 2 feet, breathing, because I know a lot of family members that passed away too. This is not a joke. We all know this. We're older now. Or you might be younger and might have experienced this. The time waits for nobody. We know this. It's real. We know this. Now, all that trying to look good for someone, trying to impress people, that's out the window. We're doing what we need to do for ourselves, our family, because nobody's going to be there at the end of the road. Nobody's here to help you. Most of the time, nobody's here to encourage you on whatever you're doing. It's you that has to motivate you. Now, hopefully you can get motivation from other people, other successful people, or hopefully you have someone you look up to that can guide you. But when you're at home, when you're in bed, it's you versus you. When you wake up, it's you versus you. You're deciding, do I want to get up and get going, or do I want to sleep in? Most of my nights are 4 or 5 hour nights, thinking, what's next? Sometimes I don't even know what's next. Sometimes I'm lost, trying to figure out myself. But I know my end goal, so I always redirect. I always get back on track. But life, social media, bills, family, kids, that's all distractions. It could be good or bad, but it's a distraction. How are you going to filter that out? How are you going to use that to your advantage is the question. You versus you. Accountability. I'll see you guys in the next podcast. Peace.